Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm really excited to be talking about the 2024 LEGO Marvel superhero sets. I believe that these are the ones releasing in January, but I mean, we'll find out as we start clicking into them. But before we get into it, I do want to remind everyone that I am an employee of the LEGO Group. However, all opinions expressed in these videos are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the LEGO Group. And LEGO is a registered trademark of the LEGO Group of companies, which does not sponsor, authorize, or endorse this site. LEGO Marvel is one of my top favorite themes, so I'm really excited to look at these new sets, because to be perfectly honest, they seem like they're right up my alley. Oh, we also have some new keychains, so I guess it's like 8 sets and 4 new keychains. I really like that Loki one. And then we just have, Spider-Man and then Spider-Gwen. And then we have a couple of the 4+ ones, which I didn't take a look at earlier. I didn't take a look at them in a separate video. But I don't think all of the new sets are here, because it looks like we're missing Rocket Raccoon's Warbird. But it looks like this set is on the site, it's just not under the Marvel branding for some reason. So that seems like a miss. But this set has 290 pieces and will retail for $38. And I'm very excited because it's based on the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And previously, you were only able to get this vehicle as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive back in 2014. I think it's awesome that we're getting another Ravager ship, and I really like the color scheme here. I'm just so happy that we're getting this as like a retail set. We have 2 minifigures, a new version of Rocket and a new version of Ronan the Accuser, who's appearing in a set for the first time in 10 years, so that's kind of a big deal. And I mean, the ship build itself looks pretty good. I like the missile launchers on top. I feel like we've been seeing those in less sets nowadays in favor of like the newer, larger stud shooters, but I do like the missile launchers better. And I mean, the shaping on the ship looks good. I think it just holds the one minifigure. Rocket looks nice in there. Oh, and then those are 6 stud shooters. Okay, that's pretty cool, because I also feel like I haven't seen those in a while. Are there no close-ups of the minifigures? Doesn't look like it. But this is a nice picture. I really like the look of the set there. But let's go ahead and talk about the minifigures, because these are based off of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So we have a new Ronan the Accuser. It looks like he has a new style of cape. I don't know if that's what his cape looked like in the movie. I thought that it was just a regular like black cape, but if it's more accurate, that's awesome. He gets leg printing, which isn't very common in the Marvel theme, so that's really nice to see. I don't love his hood. I mean, it's been 10 years since that specialized hood piece was made for him, so this isn't Star Wars. I don't expect one-off characters in sets to get molds, exclusive new molds. But I would have loved it if he had gotten that, because I think he just looks off with the standard like Star Wars style hood. To me, he looks more like Emperor Palpatine turned blue than Ronan the Accuser. But it is nice to see him again, and I mean, I'll just put the hood from the old minifigure on this one to see how it looks. And then Rocket, I don't love this version of him either. I don't know, it's supposed to be like that red Guardian suit from the finale of the first movie, but it's printed on like this gray torso, so I feel like it makes his whole torso look strange. I really would have preferred if it was just printed on dark red, like the original minifigure was, because I think that made like more sense with like the whole sleeveless look. So yeah, so I still prefer the original minifigures for both of these, but I'm really excited for the build here. We're kind of just going to jump all around these sets, so next I'll talk about Spider-Man's mask. Finally, we are getting a helmet collection set for Spider-Man. 487 pieces, $70 US. This is a set that I thought should have been made like back in 2020 when the helmet collection was first starting. And I think it looks really good. I love these printed parts. I mean, like the shaping looks great. I love the eyes, but the webbing made with all of the... Oh no, those are not prints. I think the big ones are prints, but all of these are stickers, I can tell. I really wish that these were all printed parts. I do think the helmet collection sets are a little bit expensive for what you get. I've always thought that they should be more like $40 to $50 than $60 to $70. And at $70 for a set of this size with this many pieces, I would really love it if everything was printed. I do understand that that's hard to do. It's hard to print every single part, and that's totally understandable. Usually I don't care about stickers. I just feel like for the more adult collectors, like high-end sets, I really like it when everything is printed, like with idea sets, you know? Um, but yeah, I think the shaping looks very natural. The Iron Man helmet from 2020 wasn't my favorite just because I thought some of the shaping could have been better. And I do think the shaping on this one is probably the best out of any of these like more organic shapes, you know, like Venom, Carnage, Iron Man. So I'm really happy about that. Then I guess we'll talk about the mechs next. So we have the War Machine mech armor, which has 154 pieces for $15. And it does come with an exclusive War Machine, which I'm excited for, so I can put him into my Hall of Armor. I think this looks very natural. Like, to me, War Machine having a mech makes perfect sense. I'm honestly surprised he hasn't gotten like a big Hulkbuster style armor in the MCU, because I know that we did have the Lego set of it for Endgame. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. It looks like, to me, like this is absolutely something Rhodey would use in the MCU, and I can't say the same for like regular Iron Man mechs or Thanos mechs. But I do really like the minifigure. I wish that the head print would come back with the heads-up display. I don't think that that is that head print. But yeah, I mean, like the torso printing and leg printing look excellent. I don't love the light bluish gray arms just because I feel like it's too light of a color compared to like the dark gunmetal gray on the rest of the torso. But I did see on Instagram, I think that this is supposed to emulate the armor from Age of Ultron, which did have light gray sections. I just think dual molded arms would have been perfect, but of course dual molding in a $15 set is not really it's not really a fair expectation, I'd say. Oh, I like that you can store extra stud shooter shots at the back of the mech. That's cool. That's a nice handy little storage area. But yeah, so overall I think that this is a very successful set. And then our other mech set is Venom mech armor versus Miles Morales, which I don't know why it's not on lego.com, but we do have official photos of it from Brickset. Yeah, we're getting another Venom mech. I have to say, I don't love like the repeats, but I guess we did just get the last Venom mech in like 2021, so it has been 3 years, which is, I mean, that's a fair amount of time to remake something. I do think that the mech looks good. You get 2 minifigures, which is shocking because all of these mech sets have traditionally only had 1 minifigure, but neither of them are new, so maybe that kept costs down, because usually you get an exclusive minifigure in the mech sets. So I think that that's fair. You know, usually it's 1 exclusive minifigure or 2 repeats. That seems fair to me. I love getting Miles in more sets, and then Venom looks good, but I do think that for me this is the least exciting set of the wave because I already have a Venom mech and I'm very happy with it. Oh, and I just realized I forgot to talk a little bit more about the 4+ set, so just really briefly, cool minifigures. I love the gold that's happening on the new ones this year. Like these large wheel pieces being used on this spider helicopter is cool. And then I love this set. This is like Web Spinner Headquarters, so it's like an update to the Web Quarter set from, was it 2022? Maybe. But I really like the build here. It looks very like cohesive and put together for a 4+ set. Usually I feel like 4+ sets are a little bit more spread out with smaller sections. But yeah, you get all 3 like gold spider people. You get Arnim Zola for the first time in Lego form, and that's a new mold, I think, for his like robot head. So that's really cool. And then a new Iron Man, and it's very stylized, but it's so cute, so I can't wait to put that in my Hall of Armor too, because I don't care what kind of Iron Man figure it is, it goes in the Hall of Armor. So this one will go right next to the Mighty Micros one from like 2017. As for the other more comic based sets, we have here we go, Motorcycle Chase Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. This looks like a great $10 set. I love $10 Lego sets. And look at that, the villains are Venomized, and I love Venomized things, I have to be honest. Like, I love the concept of Venom taking people over. I loved, you know, playing out storylines like that when I would play with my Marvel sets as a kid. So to get villains that are like halfway Venomized is really cool. The one thing I'd say is that I wish the Venomized face print was on black. I know that that would like maybe wash out the skin color for Doc Ock a little bit, but I just feel like the Venom look should be going like more to the edges of the print or of the piece, but obviously like this is as far as the printing capabilities go, so a black head might have just made it look a little bit more like Venom-y, but it's still really cool. I mean, these are like a new build for the arms. I don't know how much I like them, but I think they're appropriate for a $10 set. Love the lamppost, love that new banana peel piece which debuted like this year. Oh wait, Spidey has printed arms. Has he had printed arms like the last couple of years, or is this, I know he had printed arms in like 2019, but I don't know if he's been having printed arms in like 2021 onwards. So let me know if that's not something new, but it just caught my attention. So if it is new, that's cool. If it's not new, then I'm glad it's continuing. But the motorcycle looks like a cool build as well. And then, yeah, there's not really much else to say. I mean, I think that there's a lot of good accessories in these sets. Oh, he has a black arm too. That's nice. And I think it's got 2 good minifigures, so I'm happy with it. Oh wait, what was that? Is there a... Yeah, there is. There's a fully Venomized face print for Doc Ock on the back of his head. That's really cool, but that does make me think that, yeah, the head should have just been black. If that's the alternate face, then I think the head should have been black with the half skin printed on instead of the other way around. Because right now it feels like the half skin side is being prioritized, but I think the Venom side should be prioritized. But speaking of Venomized villains, we also have Spider-Man Race Car and Venom Green Goblin. $35, 227 pieces. I do think that this seems more like a $25 set to me, but we have Spider-Man, I'm guessing, in that car. We have Spider-Gwen, who's looking great. I love the teal wheels on her skateboard. I hope that those parts on the side of the car are printed. But the car looks like a pretty cool build. I like the way that these 2 windshields are going back to back. I like the stud shooters at the front. I'm usually a pretty big fan of like these smaller $20 to $30 superhero sets too. And then Green Goblin has a Venomized glider, and then, oh, his torso is like kind of fully Venomized, like the whole logo is on there. I thought that it would be a little bit more half and half like Doc Ock's. But I want to get a better look at that figure. Yeah, so the second face print is fully Venomized. On this one, I do kind of like the green with the Venom look. Like, to me, that's a really nice face print. And I don't know, I mean, if LEGO wants to keep doing more Venomized Spider-Man villains, like, I'm all for it. Like, that looks excellent. So I'd be very happy to see more Venomized villains. I know other people wouldn't be, but this is a very roomy car. 2 minifigures and room for a skateboard. That is awesome. And yeah, I love that web piece. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with these sets. And then as for the more MCU style sets, let's get this one out of the way first. Rocket and Baby Groot. This is $60, 566 pieces. That's a decent price per part ratio, but to me, this just looks like a $40 set, not a $60 one. And it also looks a little bit demonic, I'll be perfectly honest. Like, the buildable Lego creatures, I think, are really good sometimes. Like, I still love the Baby Yoda set from a few years ago. I liked the Baby Groot set was a little bit creepy to me, but I love the Venomized Groot set. It's just that this one, I love the Baby Groot one because it's like life size, but this is not life size because Rocket Raccoon is, you know, like the size of a small child, I guess. It's cool, like, it's very well detailed. I think it's been very well designed. I just don't really understand making Rocket as a buildable figure. I guess he's gotten more popular after Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but I don't know, it seems like a strange choice of a sculpture style set to make. I like the way his tail is built up. The Baby Groot minifigure is cool because we've only gotten him as like a micro figure before. And the head, I think the head is done as well as it possibly could be. Like, I love the leaf piece used for the ears. It just, to be perfectly honest, looks a little bit scary. I don't know, like, I wouldn't want to see this thing at night. Although I guess you wouldn't want to see any raccoon at night. But yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of funny to me. I think once I have it in person, I'll think it's cuter, but in pictures, like, something about the head just is not working for me. So I feel like it looks more scary than cute. Also, I feel like it looks maybe more like his comic book version that's like a little bit more feral than cutesy like the MCU one. So I don't know, I think that that's part of it. But yeah, Baby Groot's a cute minifigure, and overall, I'm sure that I'll like this more in person. It's just that in photos, something's off to me. Then we have Spider-Man versus Sandman Final Battle. So this is an extension to the No Way Home Final Battle set. 347 pieces for $38. I think these prices are like getting a little bit strange, you know, with like the 38 and I think like $55 is a price point that was introduced last year. I think that this should have just been a $35 set. I mean, 38 isn't that much more. It's just a little bit odd to start breaking like those price points that we're used to. Although this, of course, is not the first set to do that. This set is cool. I really like the Sandman, the way that it's constructed as like a large construction figure style build. The scaffolding and the display base is like, they're both like identical to the way that they're assembled in the larger set, We have a Doctor Strange portal. We have Lizard for the first time in Lego form. I know so many people were concerned that we wouldn't get a Lizard minifigure, but I'm really glad we do. And then we have integrated suit Spidey and Electro. I really like Electro, like this minifigure of him, so I'm happy to see him again. But it also would have been great to see a Sandman minifigure, because now we have every villain from No Way Home in minifigure form except for Sandman. So I really would have liked to see Sandman here, because this does only have one minifigure for $38, so I think we could have seen a second minifigure, because this is meant to be combined with the larger set, and obviously you need Spider-Man in here, but then now you have two Electros, so that's why Electro just seems like kind of a strange duplicate for me. Like even Green Goblin being duplicated, but then like with a hood instead of hair would have been different. But yeah, I really like the box art. The box art is like excellent. But I mean, I like the minifigures a lot. Sandman, oh, he like rotates on a ball joint. I do like the build for Sandman, and like I said, I love how consistent it is with the other buildable figures. I almost just wish he had legs too, so that I could, you know, have a fully sized Sandman, but he didn't get that big in the movie, so I understand that. And this is a great look at the Lizard minifigure. I think it looks excellent, exactly like the design in the movie. Leg printing looks great. I love his little like T-Rex style tail, and his face print is suitably creepy. So I think that he was worth the wait, you know? Yeah, he's a good minifigure. And I think that this is a cool set. For $38, I think at $30 it would be like a no-brainer, like immediate purchase, but even for $38, I think that it's pretty fantastic, because it's got a lot of play value and some good display value, and then here it is combined with the rest of the set, and that just looks fantastic to me. Like, I love the way that this display looks now with Sandman coming out the top of it. I loved it already, but with Sandman coming out the top, I feel like it just gives it even more height, even more interest, so I'm really excited to add Sandman to mine. And then we have the final set, the biggest one, the one I'm most excited for, a brand new X-Jet. 359 pieces for $85. We're not going to talk about that. You know, I don't want to harp on prices, but I don't think that that is a fair price at all. The build looks excellent. I'm so excited for this set. I love the original X-Jet from 14 with the Sentinel. That one had a similar piece count, but it also had a Sentinel and pretty much like 3 of the same minifigures, and then it had Storm instead of Rogue. But that set was like $50 when it came out, and again, it had a Sentinel. This one loses the Sentinel, has the same number of minifigures. I don't even think Wolverine is new, because it's the same minifigure that came in the mech. So it only has 3 new minifigures versus the 4 of 2014, and it's $35 more expensive. Like, I don't think inflation has gone up that much in the last 10, again, wow, it's been 10 years since the last X-Jet. That makes me feel so old. But yeah, I don't think inflation has gone up that much in the last 10 years. Please correct me if I'm wrong, and then, you know, that's not a complaint, then the price is fine. But to me, this really should honestly still be a $50 set. But sure, maybe 60. I think 60 would be fine, but 85 just seems like too much to me. Love the Magneto. Very, very different. I know that I saw people complaining about it online. I understand that people thought that maybe we'd be seeing a regular Magneto in a set like this, but this is based on what he looks like in X-Men 97, which is what this set is based on, you know, the new Marvel animated show coming in spring 2024. So I'm fine with it. It's very different, and I have a traditional Magneto from the last X-Jet, so personally I'm biased because I'm fine because I have the original. We also have Cyclops and Rogue. I'm very excited for Rogue. She gets leg printing too. A lot of leg printing in this January wave for Marvel superheroes. New printed hair, and I love that we're finally getting Rogue. It's great to finally get her in a regular set. I mean, we still have very few X-Men characters in general, very few female X-Men characters. I'm still waiting for a Phoenix minifigure, please, Lego. Like, I saw the new Fortnite skins, and the Dark Phoenix minifigure looks so freaking gorgeous. I'm like, just make that a real minifigure. I would die. Like, I need it. So I'm really happy that we're getting Rogue. I really love the Storm that we got in 2014 and the Storm we just got in the CMF series. So I'm glad she's not all alone now, and that there's another female character to join her. Cyclops looks good, but I mean, he's just Cyclops. He's not that interesting to me, to be perfectly honest. I don't care about him that much as a character, but yeah, the prints look nice. I kind of wish Wolverine wasn't in this set. just because he came in that mech recently, he came in the CMF series, so like he's still on shelves when this set will come out. And I know that CMF series will be retired pretty quickly in 2024, but I don't know, I would have liked to have seen another new X-Men character for the first time, because this set has only one new character that we've never gotten in Lego form before, and that's Rogue. So I'd really love to see other characters as well, although I don't even know who's in X-Men 97 because I don't follow that. Looks like there's some interesting new pieces here though, like this piece is really strange, and I think it's also used down here on the missile launcher. So I can't wait to see what that looks like in person. But yeah, the jet looks like kind of just a direct update of the last one. Like the shaping is obviously different, but the whole rear section to me like looks exactly like that one, using the same exact pieces, using like the same kind of engine style, and that makes sense because I mean it's the X-Jet. The box art is pretty nice as well, but it's so refreshing to me to see updates like that, because I really love the 2014 set. Like I love it. So I'm definitely gonna have to bring it actually to California so I can do a comparison video with the two. Oh, that's a great sticker for the console. Look at how cool Magneto looks there. And look at how nicely finished it is at the front, like with the tiling. I like the red canopy. Looks like there's a lot of room for minifigures. You could fit a lot of minifigures in the 2014 set. That's something that I always loved about it. Even though it was a $50 set that wasn't that big, you could fit all 4 X-Men in seats in the jet. If you wanted to take the seats out, I think you could fit even more. So, oh, here's a much better look at the minifigures. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really liking the Magneto and the Rogue. Like, I think when I first saw Magneto, I was definitely like a little bit like off put by the design, but now that I see it more, I'm like, it's new, it's fresh, it's interesting. Cyclops is very classic, which is why he's less interesting to me. And then again, I'm honestly kind of just tired of Wolverine already. That feels terrible to say because we went so long without getting Wolverine, but now that he's had his mech and been in the CMF series, I'm kind of like, okay, bye now. Like, let's get some new X-Men. But I love that I can feel that way because now we are finally getting Lego X-Men more regularly, which for so long that just seemed like such a pipe dream. So I don't know, I'm really excited for this set. It's my #1 most anticipated Marvel set for January without a doubt. Magneto just gets a tiny little like hovering piece of metal. I kind of wish that was a little bit larger. The ship is a pretty good size. Again, this is why price per part ratio sometimes isn't exactly fair, because price per part ratio, you would be like, oh, this should be a $35 or $40 set. No, I think that isn't fair at all because it's a very large jet. But I do think that $60 is kind of like, in 2023, the price that I would expect for a set like this. At $85, I would definitely want at least one more new minifigure and then the Sentinel that came in the 2014 set. So that's why I'm personally struggling with the price just a little bit. But let's just take a look at the 360-degree video. I'm definitely going to review this set, I think, because I think I'm going to love the build. Like, I'm so excited for it. I need it, like, now. But yeah, that pretty much does it for the Marvel sets for January 2024. Let me know what you guys think about them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys in more videos soon. Bye for now.